This is Randy from No Age.
We decided we're going to talk about some of our old songs and go through them as they're playing in real time for you to hear and for us to remember what they're all about.
Yeah. This song is called Boy Void. Do you remember where that name came from, Dean?
I don't really recall where the name came from, but I remember liking the way it rolled off the tongue.
Yeah.
This was definitely one of the earlier tracks we wrote, and
Yeah.
I think it was right around the batch of this song, and within the first handful of practices, I think we wrote this one.
That sounds about right. Was this when we were practicing still at Bob Bruno's practice space at Downtown Rehearsal?
Yeah, we shared a practice space with Polar Goldie Cats. Bob Bruno, who is now in Best Coast, was in that band, and Rose for Baudin.
Were they there
Brian,
too? No.
Yeah, weren't they?
They were Rose for Baudin. They were the ones at the old practice space that got us kicked out.
I think we wrote this one there.
No, Rose for Baudin was like the Wives days. Remember, because Dave Simeon was the drummer of Rose for Baudin and got us kicked out when he yanked the door open.
Oh yeah. Oh, it was in the same building, wasn't it?
Different buildings even. Bob's was the one where we had windows. The other one was
Oh yeah.
the first
right,
practice space we had
right,
Downtown
right,
Rehearsal,
right.
where we shared it with Sam Ott's band, New Detectives, and Louis
and the
Farfan's
Fuse.
band, The Fuse.
The Fuse.
Yeah, it was The
Right.
Fuse, New Detectives, and No Age. That's where we recorded the first live 7-inch with Grothman.
Right.
Yeah, that was that. I remember that
And
my
the
name was
second
on the lease there, and I got kicked off while we were on tour. And Steve,
What, he flooded the place?
No, he remember the door was on magnets. You know,
Yeah.
and if you kind of yanked it, it would just open if you didn't have your key card. You had one of those
Yeah.
swipe cards. So I think.
Oh, he
Dave
yanked it and they
Simmons
saw
yanked
him
the
in the
door and he was on
video.
camera and they watched him on camera walk up to our space and have a key and let himself into our space. So I got a call from the manager saying we had to get all our stuff out of there by the end of the weekend.
Right.
So Steve
And then
Kim went and helped us move all of our stuff out, and we were still on
Kim
tour
from Silver Daggers.
from Silver Daggers. Yeah.
Yeah, so then we moved to the space down the road, and that was shared with Polar Goldie Cats.
Exactly. Yep. And then after we left, we left there, and then went to the Brian Ray spot
Back to the old building.
Back in the old building.
Got it. Okay, that's
Yes.
confusing. That's
Yeah,
when, No Age. Well, No Age, we were still playing in Bob Bruno's spot.
Yeah, that's kind of where we started playing No
Yeah.
Age stuff, practicing at Bob Bruno's
Right.
space, and it's beautiful because it had windows. It's a Soho house now.
Yeah.
I think it's like a hotel or a
Yeah.
club or something. But we wrote this song at that practice space. We're gonna say that.
Yeah.
We wrote it
Yeah, in the first batch of songs we wrote this, I remember this one feeling it felt like a breakthrough of a song because it just was very stripped down to the core. I remember feeling very much like a Urinals song.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I don't really remember writing it. I think I remember playing it. If anything, yeah, probably early on. I think if anything, I kind of remember being surprised. Oh, this one, that was so easy. I think we
wrote it in the space together.
What's that?
Definitely staring at each other writing this song.
Probably,
this was
yeah.
definitely a feel.
But it was one of those kind of early things too, of we probably were beating our head against the wall trying to do different things, or I was trying to throw different riffs out, and I was well, what if you just do that one over and over again?
It also felt. I remember feeling not clear of the direction of the band, but this also felt like not the direction. I don't know. It just felt the riff's kind of hardcore in a way, but it also felt stark and stripped down enough that it felt interesting in what we were exploring in this kind of reductive type of music. Because a lot of the other things before that, I think, were just sort of tones, ambient tones that you were playing. They were I don't know. Things were just sort of. This was very much a kick in the face. Maybe as a reaction to the earlier kind of Dead Plains and those kind of songs that were just
ambient sounding things. Yeah, this kind of kicks off right away. I definitely remember we've played this song a lot.
Yeah.
Where do you have a place in mind when you think about playing the song live? that stands out to you?
No.
No. I think about that. What was that, like the kitchen in New York? It was like a venue, but like you basically played in the kitchen of the warehouse.
Yeah.
Do you remember that show?
Who
It was
we played
early.
with?
We still brought like the 808 sampler with us.
Yeah.
It was a Todd P show. For some reason, I remember
Sounds like
playing
a Todd P show.
What's that?
Sounds like a Todd P show.
Yeah, I think of that show.
Kitchen. Yeah. Oh, maybe was that?
It wasn't Market Hotel. It was like one. I think that practice space is underneath it.
I don't remember.
Anyway, I remember. For some reason, when I think about playing the song, I think about that kitchen.
I remember. I just like the A and B of the guitar going really loud and quiet.
Yeah, it's the same riff. Even when
Yeah, the
quiet
drums
parts.
don't. The drums barely change. The guitar jumps up. The drum.
Yeah, I
the
remember
drums-
Brooks said he really liked this song from a drum perspective.
Yeah. Well, Brooks gave me this big ass cymbal that I was using.
Is that the one you're playing it on there?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember when Brooks left LA. He quit Wrangler Boots and he said he wasn't going to play drums anymore. Or the Wrangler Boots broke up and he said he wasn't going to play drums anymore. And he moved to New York.
Yeah.
And he gave me this cymbal, that's a big 22-inch cymbal, which is the one I had when we recorded this and the one I had probably for the first year and a half, 2 years probably of the band, before I put a giant crack in it or multiple cracks in it. And he said he gave me this and a kick pedal.
Remember that?
I
Iron
must have,
Cobra?
I guess, I don't even know if No Age started yet. I feel like he just knew I was playing drums a bit or something.
Right. Yeah.
And
I mean,
he gave them to me.
had you played drums in Mika Miko already before this?
Yeah, I played a couple shows.
Okay.
I wrote one of the drum parts, and then I played a couple songs on a tour, a couple shows around town.
Were you still playing
remember
drums in
why
Mika
he-
Miko when we started No Age?
Yeah. Well, I played between Jarek and Kate Hall,
Yes.
and then
yeah.
between Kate and Seth a little bit.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that second stint.
Yeah, I think I just played one, a couple shows, maybe one on tour, a couple shows in LA. It gets hazy. But maybe that's why he gave me the drum stuff. But I just think Wrangler Boots broke up. They played their last American show at the Chain Reaction.
Yes,
I
I
actually
remember that.
sang. Did you go to that?
I didn't go, but I remember you doing it.
I sang the set for them because
Yeah.
Sam.
Were we
I don't
in
remember,
No
didn't
Age
want to
already,
play.
or had No Age not started?
I don't think so. I can't remember the years exactly, but
Yeah.
I'm sure someone
We've been
can
like
comment
that
in the comments at
2005
some point.
to 2006.
Yeah, so I had to learn the songs. But I loved that tape, so I knew a lot of the songs already.
Yeah.
And did that, and then the Wrangler Boots actually ended up going to Japan, did that tour, but they had already broken up. But they did the tour. And it's with Kato Man out in Japan.
Yes.
And yeah, the whole crew went and played.
That's so funny.
But anyway, at
Yeah.
some point he gave me the cymbal and the kick pedal because he knew I was playing drums or interested in playing drums. And that giant cymbal that he probably got somewhere in Virginia, I don't even know where he got it, but it was the sound. And then the hi-hats, I don't think there's a couple hi-hat stomps in this song, but
Mm-hmm.
the hi-hats were two bottom hi-hats that I acquired somehow. So
So funny.
the drum sound also, I was learning to play drums, so this drum sound is pretty wild.
Yeah. Sounds like you know what you're doing.
Well, I'm just like hitting that one tom the whole song. You know what I mean?
But it's
then
in
I
time,
alternate with the
which
other
is more
hand.
than I
It's
could
the-
say for other drummers that we have played with. At least we're
It's
playing
true.
it in time.
Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah.
Sounded like a drum.
That hand is just tapping and just going. It's really just that same. It's that, I don't know, 120 BPM the whole time. Just
Is that what
going.
it is?
And then it switches. Then it switches to the cymbal or the tom or the bam or the bam. Just goes
Yeah.
back and forth.
I mean, I think we definitely get credit for accentuating what we had. You know what I mean? With a limited palette, we did this is making use of that. Like, oh yeah, it's a real stripped down sound. I think that kind of worked towards we made our weakness our strength. You know what I mean? It's
we
like,
leaned into it.
Yeah, it's like, well, if we can do this one thing good, let's just keep doing that one thing. There's nothing wrong with that. Make that thing great.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
So this,
what were you gonna say?
no, I was just gonna say this song we recorded with Kundo.
That's what I was thinking of too. Yeah, I'm trying to remember now. Recording it in the big room at Gaucho's.
Yeah. And then after we recorded all those songs with Kundo, and we recorded some on our digital 12 track,
8-track, I think. Yeah.
Then we figured out which songs were going to go on which EP, and this song ended up on the Deleted Art 12-inch.
Ah.
They were from Sweden.
Do you remember why that was?
I think they were from Gothenburg, or they were from Stockholm. But David was the guy running the label. Cool label. They ended up putting out. They licensed one of the Mika Miko records too.
Do you remember why this song went to those guys? What was the thinking? I don't remember why some songs went to some places.
I don't know. I remember at our house just sort of, putting the songs around and feeling which ones felt right. I suppose this could have went to either of the 12 inches, but I don't recall. The only thing I do remember is not wanting to put this song on the Youth Attack 7-inch because Youth Attack is very hardcore, and I felt like I wanted to give them something that had no inclination of that at all.
Okay.
So they got Neck Escaper and then some other maybe instrumental track.
Yeah, yeah. Theirs had all the color on it, right? Because they did black and white.
Yeah, right. So they gave them the
like,
color one. Yeah. I think Mark got the.
He appreciated that.
Yeah, he thought that was funny. I hope.
And then recording with Kundo. So we recorded this one live onto tape with Kundo.
Yeah. Yep.
I remember that.
On his Tascam. You know the machine? I don't know.
No.
The machine he uses.
I don't remember. But it was
8-track.
Yeah. Did we have to buy tape before? Maybe he had tape. I don't remember.
I don't know. Yeah, the 8-track. He still uses that same machine.
It's amazing.
Records everything with that. Yeah.
And all these little punch-in guitar squirrely things. Was this all done live in like one take?
No.
I don't think I did. Did I do overdubs of like the weird squirrely things? Maybe. I would have to think that's.
I feel like you did. It sounds like
maybe
it sounds
like one
like
guitar all
overdub
the way
to me.
through, and then I just did punch-ins.
Yeah,
like the
big
weird
old
feedback
punch-ins.
things.
Yeah, I definitely
Maybe 2
doubled
guitars at the
vocals.
end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty straightforward.
Yeah, and then the video, right? We didn't.
Yeah, you made a video.
We did the video for this from the outtakes of the Weirdo Rippers cover art.
Also, a bunch of photos from, I think, just touring around.
Oh, right, the tour that we did with Soiled Mattress.
Yeah, Soiled Mattress in the Springs.
Yeah,
A lot of those photos, I think the West Coast tour, the first tour that was that the first tour we did, or the first tour was the East Coast with them. Our first 2 tours were with Soiled Mattress in the Springs.
Yeah,
Who
did
were
we
from
do
New
East
York,
Coast
who ended up doing.
first?
Peter and Avi from that band went to go join and start Silk Flowers. And Matthew plays music in various forms and still makes comic books and things.
I think we did.
I think
Did
the
we do
East
the
Coast
East Coast
was
tour
first.
first?
I think the East Coast was first, yeah.
Okay, I just remember Matt doing that the Philly drawing with like the Liberty Bell and the cheesesteak.
Yeah, he had a great flyer. I know, we should... That would be great if right now you could get that flyer from Matthew and then put it up on the screen.
Do you have it?
I don't.
You know what I do have though, that came from lyrics from this, but it's packed away somewhere. A T-shirt that says "It's so obvious" with a picture of a drawing of Avi with a pineapple in his hand.
That's funny. Why does he have a pineapple?
I don't know. Did you do those shirts? Who did those shirts? Did he do those?
I don't know.
Did Avi make a shirt with his own caricature of it? Because this
Sounds like Matthew.
It says "It's so obvious." It's so obvious. O-B-V-I.
You have that shirt?
Obvious. Yeah, I still have that shirt.
Carrie? Did Carrie Koch make? Someone funny
idea.
gave us that shirt.
Yeah.
Melissa Ip.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, if anybody's hearing
So
this,
are you gonna put that up right now?
I have to find it. It's definitely it's buried away in an old T-shirt bin somewhere tucked deep in my garage. It's not easily accessible. All right. Well, I think Is that everything from the song Boy Void by No Age, released on what year did the record come out?
You're so proper.
2006's Weirdo Rippers.
2007 is Weirdo Rippers.
Well, Spotify has it listed as 2006.
Oh, come on.
Spotify.
Fat Cat, Alex, get your dates right, man.
Spotify.
I don't know, maybe it's 2006. I feel like we
No
started the
idea.
band in 2006. I can't imagine these came out then.
Yeah.
But
That seems
I think
a
the
little early.
EPs came out in 2006, probably.
Yeah, because the Nouns was 2008. Definitely would probably call it
Gotta check your
2007.
Discogs, man.
Yeah.
I think that's it, yeah.
Alright.
This song is still a song we play live all the time.
Yeah.
I don't
Think
know.
people know it?
Yeah, I think so. And I also think I'd say we've played this song in 95% of our sets.
Yeah.
We rarely do not play this song because it's so fun to play.
Yeah. It's like, why not play it? It's kind of how it feels. Like, oh, hey, we just play that song.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, the
cool.
only time
All right.
it's been hard is when we play it and if I can't hear your floor tom. I'm just off
Right.
on it.
Bye.